are listening to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com. I almost had it this time.
You know what? You have a homework assignment. You have to stand in the mirror every day and say it 5 times.
Do it in the bathroom.
Will you pull my hair when I'm doing it?
I promise.
Okay. That's a deal.
You are a dirty dog, girl.
I am.
Did you post a picture?
I'm in the process.
Can you hear it?
I have to edit. I have to make sure,
Okay,
my girl looks, somewhat normal.
Hey, y'all, we are here with Miss Misty Mountains, and I'm telling you, if there's anybody that's got a lot of irons in the fire, it's this girl. Misty, I know. Girl, you tell us everything you got going on, because I know you've got your hands in some businesses. You help a lot of girls get going in the business, and so...
I wish I could keep track of everything that was going on at this point. Well, first of all, I have MistyMountains.com, which has been my website since 2006. And along the way, I learned a lot of great lessons. And so when new girls are coming into the industry and they ask me questions, I like to share my knowledge. And I'm also a photographer, so I've had the opportunity to shoot a lot of the girls, which, is a lot of fun.
I wouldn't mind shooting people. Oh, you meant with a camera.
Yeah, so I've been able to take from draw from their experiences too, and we kind of get together. We'll rent a place somewhere, or get a hotel room for the weekend, and it's just kind of like girls' weekend, girls gone wild, crazy, BBW time.
I would get on the skate just to hang out.
She wants to be the sound boom operator.
When you get a bunch of I want to know, when you get a bunch of cam girls together to go on a girls' weekend, come on.
I have seen some things that even I can. It's kind of like going to the red light district in Amsterdam or something. It's like, I bet. I can't ever share some of those things that have happened.
Because I've been drunk with a few of the girls a few times, and it gets a little crazy, but it's fun.
Yeah, I one of the girls I know actually probably rivals Toxie.
How can it? No, Toxie just went to the top of the... Oh, I know exactly who
you're you know who I'm talking about.
Because we remember the first time...
We're not naming names here.
But we remember the first time we got drunk
She'll
with
be
this
texting
person,
me.
And she says to us, please don't arrest me for sexually harassing you. Do you remember that one?
I don't think I was there for that.
That was at FanFest, the first FanFest we did.
Oh, well, then I was probably way intoxicated, too, so...
But, yeah, she's a fun drunk, though.
Oh, yeah.
She's a fun drunk. She's good people.
Lots of fun. I bet all the listeners know who she is, too. No, they've all been there. No, that does not like that.
They've all seen the clips
not all
for sale.
quite, no.
Yeah. So, and...
I may know that.
So you're doing photography. You're also a part of... Tell us about your media group.
Okay, Big Girls Media, and basically what I'm doing is a lot of promotional things for a lot of the girls who have their own solo sites. And so I basically find girls who want to make it happen, or sometimes they find me, and we get the word out there that they're there. There's so many solo sites now. Mm-hmm. It's just crazy, and you can't possibly see everybody. And so, drawing a little extra attention to some people when, I have the ability to do it, because I do have a lot of followers and stuff, and, I like helping them out.
Anyone who says they can't find the right porn for them is just not looking hard enough.
Yeah.
I really don't watch it.
What, porn?
Yeah.
I don't watch porn much either.
Should I spent the whole afternoon watching porn? I did today.
Really?
Can we talk about this more?
So, how are your nipples doing, Tom?
So let me ask you this. So a girl comes to you and says, I want to get started in the business.
Mm-hmm.
Do you help them find work? Do you help them get their site up, their clips for sale, their cam sites? Where are your perimeters?
Okay. It depends on, number one, where they want to go with it. So a lot of times it's finding out, where they want to go in the business. Are they looking to do just their own solo site? Are they looking to do hardcore? Are they, what are they wanting to get out of it? Do you just want to have a cam income and you want to drive traffic to your cam site? What do you want to do? And then I'm able to offer them some options, and especially being a photographer, I've one of the reasons that I started Extreme Squashing is so that a lot of the guys can see some of the girls doing something that's maybe not their normal thing that they're going to see on a campsite or something like that. So, and on there they have bios on my site, where they can find out more about each of the girls and stuff like that. So usually we do a little shoot trade, and they'll see what they, if they like doing those photo shoots like you guys did, your photo shoots, and
They wear your ass out.
I'm way better at selfies.
I want to master the art of the glitz. I want to get the glitz angle selfie down, because you have a particular angle that you do them
It's
at.
always the same, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to
Like a
get that.
rock star
I do it
selfies.
from that angle too. Like that's like the
I don't
perfect
do that
spot.
many selfies.
Because I just didn't know what to do with myself yesterday. And I think Earl was a little surprised because he's like, all the goddamn pictures you take of yourself. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I just go there.
and that's one thing that we do. Like, for instance, I've taken Lexi Lux on a shoot with me with some new girls, and she'll show them some of the poses and things like that. Because I can tell a girl, you need to flail your fingers and point your toes, or some of the basic things. But if
Clean your feet.
some guys like dirty feet.
I know they do.
That is my
But I
biggest
hate
pet
watching porn, and I look and somebody got filthy ass feet. Don't even go there. Yuck.
Some
But
guys
I
are
know,
into
I
it.
get
well,
paid
I
for
was,
that.
yeah, no, it's true, because I said
You get
to
paid for
Eliza
that.
one day, Eliza was getting ready to shoot some photos. I'm like, Eliza, your feet are
You're
dirty.
pretty liberal.
Oh, no. My fans are asking for me to have dirty feet. So I'm like, oh, yeah.
It brings a whole new level to dirty whore.
For the record, on the cuddle application, I will not have dirty feet to be a dirty whore.
Me either. No, I got to have clean feet.
I
But-
washed my feet yesterday. I didn't want them in the picture.
Uh-huh.
I was on a field all day in flip-flops, and they were just awful, and I kept saying, don't get my feet in there.
But you did go to the bathroom and wash them, though.
I
at
did
some
go and
point,
wash
yeah.
them. I mean, I just gotten a pedicure a week ago, but they were
See, I went
ratchet.
yesterday morning and got a pedicure.
Yeah.
Well,
So
see, that's one of the things people said to me when I first started my website. You don't show your feet very much. Well, that's because I got dirty, raunchy feet. Okay, I walk barefoot all the time, But guys requested it, and guess what? Most of the guys who watch my some of them pay for my pedicures. I do have nice feet pictures too.
You really need to get on this gig.
like, if you become a rock and cam star, you can get anyone to do anything for you anytime. I've heard about cam girls going, oh yeah, I got a new car because so and so and so and so and so and so all got together and bought it for me. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, I did ask for a little help. I'm moving right now, and so, one of my submissives, I told him he needs to send me some money so that I can pay somebody to pack for me so I don't have to lift a finger. And he was kind enough to do it for me once. But I talked to him again today because I want somebody tomorrow. So he and I are going to have a chat. Wait, I'm looking at you right there. I know you're watching.
Because she told you to, you dirty little fucker.
There you go.
He just hasn't answered the text yet.
Mm.
He's doing it on purpose.
My nipples are starting to get aroused.
You got nipple issues. Oh.
She's got really great nipples too.
Got kind of
Oh,
turkey,
yeah, we found out yesterday.
I didn't get to see her nipples yesterday.
Because you were out flirting with Mr. Toxie and the PLP on the couch. Busy. Meanwhile, me and Toxie and Glitz are in the bedroom with Big E, and Toxie's just whipping her tits out. Not Toxie, but Glitz just whipping her tits out. She'd be like, "Look at these things! I can put hangers on them.
Yes,
plastic
and
hangers."
not the metal, the plastic kind. The plastic kind.
Wow,
I think I'm blushing right now.
I am
Awesome.
so bummed out.
See what you get for flirting? Haha.
I was not flirting. I was sitting my fat ass down on the new couch.
I was completely sober, too.
Yeah. I want to see what you're like drunk.
I pulled it out last night. I thought it outside by the car. I don't know.
Well, you know what? When we were out chatting by the car, I was on another planet.
Yeah.
Another planet. When you're by the car,
I was
it's
too.
when you're by my car, it's another planet.
Yeah, I had
Sure
a
is.
friend come up to me and look me dead in the eye and go, "Do I look high?
What did you say?
Do I look high?" I'm like, "No." Good. It's like, oh, damn. Bastards. Everyone running around.
I don't even ask that question anymore.
That's because you always look high.
That's what I was.
Oh, bitches be outing themselves. See, I just try to keep it all low
All
key.
I said was I was at my car.
Sorry. Okay, I need to stop. Maybe I need to sleep.
I slept all day today. It was so nice.
So I have a question for you, Misty. Let's get back to Misty and her mountains. What number one? What's your bra size?
48H.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
And I have noticed that there is in the difference between skinny girls and big girls. It seems that there are more big girls into fetish videos than there are skinny girls into fetish videos. Do you find that?
I don't think so. I
You
think
don't
you're
think
just
so?
looking
I think you're more
specifically in
tuned
that
into
genre.
the-
You're
Oh,
more
okay.
tuned into the BBW thing because I really think that there's fetish everywhere.
Well, I know there
And-
is. It just seems like every time I look up fetish, it's like BBW
Well,
gets
but here's
spanked.
the
and,
thing.
Well,
you know.
But I think what's interesting is some people consider like if you're with a BBW and you have maybe a toe fetish or something else, it's like you got a duo fetish going on.
yeah, liking
because
big
you know
girls
what?
is not a fetish.
I don't think it is, but people out there, some
Well,
people out there do.
I can just. Some men take it to a fetish level.
Some men do
right.
take it to a fetish level, but some guys, it's like the difference between liking a redhead and a blonde. They'll fuck a skinny girl, but they prefer a blonde. They prefer a big girl. Just like
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
fuck a redhead, but they prefer
But
blondes.
there's always that creepy motherfucker.
There is always the one creepy dude.
You know, and that's one thing with fetish. Everybody has fetishes. Everybody has little things, idiosyncrasies, and things that they like that maybe aren't something that we tell, the next door neighbor or something, unless we're trying to get in their pants. But that's another story.
I've got reinforced ceiling beams.
Hey, my new basement.
Nice.
They're like
Floor joists.
We're gonna be doing some suspension in there.
It's gonna be like a dungeon.
Oh,
like,
yes,
you're gonna
it
whip
will
people.
be.
Not suspension. No,
Oh,
wait.
yeah.
You're are you gonna do suspension with hooks?
No,
That
no, no.
kind of
Shibari
suspension.
suspension, right?
Yeah, rope.
Rope.
No anal.
No,
Hooks
not
and
anal,
stuff
but
like
like
that.
I see people like hook
Yeah,
themselves
no.
their skin.
No, no.
It's not my thing. Not my thing.
good.
So back to the rope.
But ropes are sexy. Are your nipples getting hard again?
They are. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to come visit.
Would
Will
you
you with
please
me?
wear a different top?
Oh yeah, you like to
this
be
time?
whipped?
But not real hard.
Wait,
Oh,
I have
honey,
a
it's okay.
suggestion.
I'll rub you down in between.
Glitz, will
Yeah.
you do something for me
Sure, whatever
next
you
week?
want. Whatever
Will you wear
want.
another top so that we can see all this nipple?
No
hard
padded
shit?
bra.
No
How about
padded
no
bra.
bra?
I just want to see these nipple hard-ons.
She could just turn it sideways right now. She's got lace
These
right here.
THOs, titty hard-ons, THOs.
I just
Oh,
think
no,
I
wait,
need to get
Missy
my.
saw. I mean, I
No,
saw.
what did you say
Misty,
earlier?
I'm going
I
to bring
need
up
to
a
get pipes.
subject that's really going to give her hard-ons here. You do wrestling.
Oh yes, I do.
What kind of wrestling?
Any kind you want, baby.
Do you wrestle with midgets?
I haven't. But I
Do you
would
also
wrestle
like
anyway.
midgets with big girls? I am obsessed with midget and big girls.
I want to do a midget man so bad and come
and
back
I
and
want to
report
watch
about it.
No, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear about it third hand. I want to watch.
Okay.
see
I'm looking
that
for
shit
a little
live.
I'll
person
film
out
it.
there to fuck.
I'll
Okay, so
film
more
it.
about
Okay.
this wrestling.
Well,
Wait, I got to tell you, we're getting out of the car, and she's like, "Yeah, I did wrestling the other day, and this little guy just picked me up and threw me down."
oh well, we weren't supposed to tell anybody that I got my ass kicked by a guy that was like 140 pounds. But yeah, he was built, man.
Now wait, let's take a step back, Misty. 1 second.
Mhm.
Is this for film? Is this a regular event? Where is it held? Start at the beginning. How this came about.
Well, I've had requests to do wrestling from a lot of guys. There's a particular guy in Florida who I know you're probably listening to because you've been stalking me the last couple days. I know you're watching. No, who is really into sumo.
Ooh.
He wanted to see me do sumo.
Well, our
Now-
friend Amanda, Amazon Amanda, does
Mhm.
real sumo wrestling over in Japan, right?
Yeah. Now that is probably. I like to laugh and have fun, and I
No,
don't.
that's very serious.
You know.
Yeah, that's very serious.
So, basically we do 2 shoulder pin and or wussy boy taps out or something, and we just kind of go at it until someone's ready to give up,
So
and I
this
usually
is
laugh through the
somebody's
whole
fetish.
thing.
Is this correct? This is
Uh-huh.
somebody's fetish.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my first set of photos went up on Extreme Squashing this week for wrestling. There's going to be a video to accompany it that's coming this coming week.
Aren't you afraid to get hurt? That's
Yeah.
what I would be afraid.
I'm afraid of hurting the little guys.
Oh, not
Yeah.
me. I'm afraid of my bag.
See these guns? See this? This is like muscle right here. It's not just
But
chub.
no. But it's not necessarily that I don't think you can protect yourself, girlfriend. It's that the whole thing. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. And I'm thinking,
I
oh,
bounce.
If
She's like a rubber ball.
Bounce gracefully.
I can tell you, I fall all the time. No, I once went through a rack at Best Buy, threw a whole row of cell phones, and knocked every single last one of them down. Did kind of a tumble at the end, and stood back up, and everybody was like, "No, wait, don't do anything." But yeah, I don't know. I was an athlete. I guess maybe that's it. I played soccer and softball and ran cross country, and I did gymnastics and
So
ice
there's
skating.
so
and-
obviously there's a group of guys out there that want to wrestle with fat chicks, huh?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of fetishes. That's what I
I think I
hadn't-
just found a way to buy my Coach purse.
Maybe we should like get an arena and hold once a month Sin City Bounty wrestling meets, and everybody can bet on them, and then we can get that's a new purse.
That
And
would
I
be
can have her
awesome.
own-
I'm weak as shit. I'm as weak
Well,
as
I
can
know
be,
this,
and
you
I'll
sure
tap out
can't
and
do
cry.
it, and you sure can't do it in
But-
your wedges.
No, but I will walk around and hold the sun. Like
You gonna be the bikini girl?
I'll be the bikini girl.
We're gonna get you in a bikini.
Yeah, I wear a bikini.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I actually had one on yesterday
Mm.
with her
See-through.
Zoolander face.
Well, I actually
Zoolander.
have been looking at building a possible Jello pit now. So
I'm so there.
But you gotta fly all the way the hell out to wherever she's going.
Yeah, and where she's going, I think it's cold, it's snowy, and so I sure don't want a Jello pit out there.
cold right now.
It'll be an ice jello.
Well, I fly out to
Like,
Buffalo
that's
like twice
extreme.
a year, so I'll probably
Okay. Cruise
maybe
on
pass
by.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a long layover.
Maybe.
Long layover.
She immediately went to the dirty side of that.
Well, why wouldn't we in this room?
Just saying, dirty whores, all of you, except maybe you. You're a drunken whore.
I'm actually a verbal whore. That's what I realized. I'm a verbal whore. I will say and do well, not do, but I will say that I will do
Do
anything.
you know that you were telling me that I could take Mr. Toxie to the parking
I
lot last night?
have no doubts I will.
Yeah. And I went
I've
to
done a lot
Mr.
of
Toxie.
things.
I'm like, Mr. Toxie, she said we could go to the parking lot. And, he's got the same fear I
feel
do.
like I'm like,
Like, we need permission when you're not that intoxicated.
Right.
Like, because we're like, okay, because she cannot be responsible now. So we want permission before you're totally intoxicated. Just so you know
right.
that we're both being respectful of you. So we do not, when you say yes and you're in that condition, we don't go to the parking lot, okay?
I'm with you.
I'm
It's
actually
respectful.
really disappointed that you didn't try to make out with me now. Because
Well, I'm disappointed now. I mean, I apparently had a parade of makeout sessions.
And you really didn't
And
care
now-
what they looked like either. Just saying. There was all kinds of stuff going on.
maybe it's because I was pretty low key last night. You know, had my chucks on, tank top.
I don't know why I didn't. I'm disappointed.
You were obsessed with the 21-year-old dude.
I don't know what to
Was this a
say.
chocolate boy or a white boy?
No, he was like a Hispanic boy.
He's
So
adorable.
PC around here.
Yeah, he's adorable.
No, we're not.
We're not.
Was he a CWB?
No, it was not.
CWB.
There was a couple of those there last night.
Maybe
So
that's what Glitz needs, a CWB. Okay,
A
anyway,
chubby
back
white
to
boy?
Misty. Yeah.
back to Misty. So
Sorry.
Jello, we got vanilla pudding requests in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Why vanilla? Why
I'm-
not chocolate?
I'm down with that.
I don't know. Vanilla looks like cum, and
Oh, it
sometimes
does,
it's nice and
huh?
dirty and squishy, and
It'll make lots of noise.
it will makes it.
Oh, God.
Where's Steve-O when we need him and his noises?
So
Too funny. So tell us, Missy. Now we know you're moving. Why are you leaving us in Vegas? You're going to be still doing all of your ventures from that end of the world, but a lot of the girls are out here, huh?
There's girls everywhere.
That's
There's
true.
so
You're
many in the
right.
Midwest, and I've already had so many people contacting me saying, "Wow, you're coming to the Midwest? What are you doing?" No, but yeah, I've already got people lined up to shoot when I get there,
Good for you.
and
And your site, of course, you could keep going from anywhere.
my
you're at.
site will keep running, and I love Vegas. I really love visiting it. I loved it before I got here. I came for many years and visited. It's not for me. What a depressed economy.
oh yeah, it's
I
probably
hate to go there, but I mean I'm self-employed, and
Really, do you think that the business that you're in really doesn't matter on the economy of the city?
Well, it's not just the adult business though. I have mainstream business too.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
it suffered like,
yeah,
you know, I lost many, many, many thousands of dollars this year by being here. So I've decided it's time to, you know,
Move
be
on?
somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah, this town has really the last, I would say, 7, maybe 6 years. I moved here in 1993, so I've watched this. I have. How long have you lived here?
Oh, since 98.
You?
Since '89.
Okay, so you have me beat then. So
Yeah.
you know where I'm going to go with this. I mean,
It's
so
been
you've
up
seen
and
the great
down.
rise, and and then the fall, and then it started to come up again a little bit, probably about a year ago. But
When I moved in my neighborhood, people were starting to refurbish houses, and it was looking up. And I drove down the street the other day, and I was like, what happened in 11 months to this neighborhood?
Yeah.
You know, it just went in a whole. It's like I think people bought houses low and fixed them up and sold them, and
That's exactly what happened.
the
because
people aren't doing anything to fix them up anymore. I don't know.
here's just, this is strictly my opinion. With this town, there are too many hotel rooms now in this town
For sure.
for the economy that is the nation's in. This town grew. I think Vegas got greedy. They started building and building and building, and they just and then I don't know. They just got greedy, and then there was no individual properties anymore. Everything became a corporation.
Yeah,
Hotels started
well,
buying each other.
And individuals, not just the corporate hotels, individuals stopped listening to the financial advisors. Financial advisors all over the world, especially financial advisors looking at Vegas, said you people need to stop what you're doing with these home loans and shit because you're going to crash. You're going to make a bubble happen. You're going to pop that big fat bubble, and then everyone's going to be in a world of hurt. But nobody listened to them
And
because
not
they were
in a
like,
good way.
yeah, and
Well, see, I bought a foreclosure, so that kind of case I'm happy. But
well, yeah, it worked out for the people who couldn't buy a home 5 years ago because homes were $500,000-$600,000 no matter what. Then the bubble happened, and now all the people who were renting then are buying now because they can afford it now.
But here's the thing with Vegas, and I used to be in advertising sales. Vegas is going to be one of the very last cities to recover because we rely on the rest of the country to have expendable income.
We'll be we're the first to fall and the last to get back up again.
Exactly, because we have to wait for people around the country to start getting jobs and saving their money and come to Vegas on a vacation. So we are going to be the slowest city to recover.
Well, I know my ex-husband's wife is a mortgage broker, and they actually sold their house in Orange County several years ago, moved here to Henderson, and she rode that wave, and when it came down to it, they got out too late and couldn't sell their house here.
Mm-hmm.
So their house got foreclosed on, and they're renting in Orange County again. So even those people aren't necessarily seeing everything as it's coming in. There's too much work being done, and
I think
everybody's too busy shuffling papers.
One of the things though that we've seen is that after inclement weather on the East Coast, we get a huge surge of people moving here, and they stay here for a couple of years and then they move away again because they can't handle it. I think after this crazy polar vortex winter that the East Coast has been having, we're going to see a lot of Atlanteans. What would you call them? Atlanteans? Georgians. We're going to see a lot of Georgians moving out here, and they won't be able to handle the summers out here, and they'll move back.
Well, I came from somewhere where I was 10 years by Palm Springs, so the heat, that's not the problem. In fact, the problem that I have the most, I think, with moving to the Midwest is going to be the humidity of the summer.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. But your
a dry heat really is a lot easier to take.
But your skin will love it.
Yeah.
Your skin will love it. But I always like to be supportive of the Las Vegas economy. I mean, when the recession hit, I was in advertising sales, and of course that's the first thing businesses pull when they're, and I got laid off in the midst of all of that. But I like to always think that Vegas could come back, and because I love it here. I love the weather. I love my friends I have here. I love it here, and so I always try to, I'm always the voice of reason. And
I want to
hope
go
it
back
comes
to the mob days of Vegas.
Yeah, that would be fun. Let's talk about that. But we have to take a break. It's our little bit longer break. So we're going to be back. Misty will be with us the rest of the show. We'll be back with our catch-ups. I know we got a sexcapade going on over there we got to hear about.
My sexcation.
Sexcation. So you are listening to the fabulous Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on Vegas All Net Radio. We'll be right back. Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit. I found the funniest thing that I have ever heard since finding out that Grandma found Grandpa in the barn with the goat. It's on VegasOnNetRadio.com. There's some nasty girls on Sin City Bounty. They talk about those things that I'm sure my cousins are doing to each other somewhere, like sex and toys and pornos and vaginas. Oh my. You gotta hear this. I mean, see this. You can get on that thing called a podcast and they'll show you their bras. What would Granny say to that? It's on Sunday night, 7 p.m. SinCityBounty.com.